Welcome into day 2 of the Ultimate Abundance Mindset Workshop. I'm super excited to present this for you guys today. So I'm going to share my screen right away, and we're going to jump right in. What did you guys think of day 1? I hope you guys enjoyed day 1. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go check it out. All of these are going to be pieces of the puzzle that will help you unlock crazy abundance for yourself. Okay? So let's jump right into this today. All right, so just like yesterday, there's 2 parts to today. All right, we went over the discovering your current money mindset yesterday and the principles, the 7 principles to true wealth building. Okay, we're going to touch on those again today towards the end. But really, again, all of it's going to combine tomorrow for you. And I'll be reiterating all the most important pieces of this workshop for you tomorrow. But today, we're really going to delve into worthiness and self-image. Arguably the most important piece of the puzzle, and why most people do not have results that they want in abundance and prosperity and wealth. It has to do with their worthiness and self-image. So we're going to delve into that seriously and deeply today. And it's going to be amazing. Hi, Mary. How are you? Thank you for joining live. I'm going to try to check the feed throughout this entire training here. Yeah, so and again, if you have any questions on anything, please post them and I'll try to answer them real time. If not, at the very end, okay? But know that tomorrow we're going to delve into really how to apply what you're learning here to truly start to attract more money into your week, your month, right? Moving forward, okay? And just to reiterate, same as yesterday, this workshop will be like nothing you've ever done before. All right, actually has the power to completely change your bank account forever. And I'm talking 2, 3x, 4x, 10x. And I can speak from experience because this happened to me and it's happened to many others that have gone through this and have learned what you're about to learn, especially today. It's one of the most important pieces. So let's jump right in, guys, okay? So day 2 is worthiness and self-image. Let's jump right into worthiness. Do I really deserve to make more money? That's the question, okay? Here is one of the most important questions. How much do you think you're worth right now? All right, I really want you to answer this for yourself. Is it 25 bucks an hour, 50 bucks an hour, 150, 1,000 bucks an hour, 10,000 bucks an hour? Where are you on the scale of how much you think you're worth? Okay, so write that down. You can even post it in the comments if you're live or even if you're catching the replay. Write in the comments, like, what do you think you're worth right now? There is no right or wrong answer, by the way. The next question is, why do you think you're worth that much money? Okay, and you can answer this for hourly rates or monthly or weekly or yearly. You can answer this in any way you want, but we just want to kind of take a snapshot of where your current mindset is, okay? I've got news for you guys. Whatever your answer is to these questions is one of the biggest and first limiting factors that we need to change as soon as possible, okay? So really, my self-worth, what dictates how much I'm worth? Who's to say how much I'm worth, right? Does somebody tell us how much we're worth? You guys, you determine your own self-worth. All right, and I'm going to help you build that right now, today, on this training, okay? So here are some very common worth and value myths that I want to help you break, okay? That you need to give more of your time to make more money. It's one of the big ones. That you need to do more work to make more money. Another significantly big one. That you need better education or more knowledge to make more money, okay? Although in some of these cases, they could be true, these are not actually the limiting factors. A lot of us might believe some of these, but we're going to break that for you today, okay? So what is the limiting factor? It's your beliefs. Your beliefs are actually what dictate the amount of money you make, okay? And it's your beliefs about money and your self-worth. What you believe about money and what you're worth is one of the main limiting factors keeping you from making more money right now. And that statement is $1 billion statement right there. I'm going to be repeating it in just a couple of minutes because it's so important. But the idea is, and I want to give you some common examples, is some of our beliefs and thoughts look like this here. I'm not worth any amount of money. You can insert the amount of money. I'm not worth $100 an hour, $500 an hour, right? $100,000 a year, whatever the money is, because of whatever limiting reason you have, okay? I can't because of insert the reason why you think you can't. I don't know how or even what to do to make more money. How would it be possible for me? I've never had or made that much money before. It's not familiar or comfortable or normal. Like I've just never done it. I grew up poor. My family's always been poor, right? These are some of the most common things when I'm coaching people that come up. And these were common for me too, because I didn't grow up with a lot of money, right? My family was an average, maybe even below average family, right? So I had to learn all this stuff later on in life, guys. That's why I want to do this training for you. So again, I want to reiterate the power of the statement. What you believe about money and how much you're worth is one of the main limiting factors that's keeping you from making more money right now. Screenshot this, really read into these words, guys, because we need to start changing your beliefs. And we're going to start to do that today, right now, actually. Okay. And if this is resonating, give me some likes and loves on this training in the Facebook group, because the more interaction and drop comments below, let me know that this resonates with you. Because the more interaction, the more likes, loves, the more comments, the more people Facebook will show this to you, okay? Even if it's in our group, I want more people in the group to see this training, okay? So, but really the idea is we need to start increasing your belief. And there's something called the belief scale that I want to teach you really quick, okay? It starts off at the bottom here as all beliefs, by the way, start off like this. I don't care if it's about money or if it's about anything else, actually, but all beliefs start off as impossible, okay? In terms of money, let's just say that you want to make $1 million, but you just currently think that that's impossible. It's just, there's no way, right? Okay, so the next one, the next level of the belief scale is, you know what? It is possible for others to do it. It's possible for others to make $1 million, but just not for me, right? I just can't really see how that's possible. The next level of beliefs is it's possible for me. Okay, hey, I think it might be possible for me to make $1 million actually. And then not only does it become possible, but you can start to see how you can make $1 million in this case, right? I could start to see what it looks like. And again, I'm going to help you do this today. But the last and best level, the highest level of belief is it's inevitable. You actually truly believe that you're going to make $1 million and that it's going to happen soon, actually. Okay, this applies to money, guys. This applies to every area of your life, actually. We have beliefs about all sorts of areas of our life, but we're really going to hone in on the money area of our life today because this limits so many people. And I don't want it to be a limiting factor for you anymore. So this is what we need to do, guys. We need to climb this belief scale around whatever amount of money you desire to make. So whatever it is, it could be $1 million, it could be 100 grand, could be whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever you desire. Where are you on the belief scale? That's what we got to figure out first, okay? So around $1 million, where would you be on this scale? Is it just impossible? And here's some of the words that describe this, okay? There's no way in hell I can make $1 million right now. No way in hell, right? That's the word that would describe that belief if you didn't believe it. The next one is just, you know what? There's there's no way, but I just can't do it. Like I can know it's possible for other people. I've seen other people do it, but I just can't do it. Right? But then when you switch from I can't to I can, it really starts to unlock this belief for you. Okay. Not only that, though, if you can get from I can to I will do it. I can start to see how I can do it. And then the last one's just, it's a done deal. I'm going to make $1 million, 100%, easily. It's coming right now, actually, right? If you can get through the belief of whatever number is in your mind, it's very, very powerful, okay? So again, guys, drop below if this makes sense, okay? Are you understanding this? I want to make sure this is very clear for you guys. So just drop like a 111 down in the comments if this makes sense, even if you're catching this on the replay, okay? So what do we do? How do we start changing our beliefs? What if we think that we can't make any more money than what we're making right now, right? We need to start seeing our own value and worth. If we don't see it, no one else will see it, guys. So this is truly important. What sets me apart from others? These are going to be some questions you can ask yourself that will start to help you build the belief in yourself. Because that's the first level of belief we need to raise, is belief in yourself and in your worth, okay, and value. So what sets me apart from others? What you guys can do is you can write down in a journal, just answer these questions for yourself in a journal, okay? And at the end of this screen, you can take a screenshot of it as well, so that you'll have these for you. And I might even just take a screenshot and post them afterwards in the comments for you, just to refer back to them, okay? But what sets me apart from others? What makes me special, unique, important, desirable, or valuable? Okay, we got to start to figure out what makes us kind of unique and special, right? And valuable. What am I good at? What do I have or know that other people want? Okay, and maybe this is knowledge, maybe this is, whatever it is. Just write down whatever your answers are to these questions. And what I want for you is to come up with at least 20 to 30 ideas. The more, the better, actually, 50 to 100 if you can, but at least 20 to 30 ideas, because all the things you write down are going to be related to your own value and worth, okay? And you're going to start to see that actually. Hey, I'm a nice person. I'm a great listener. Whatever. Okay, I'm personable, I'm funny, I'm knowledgeable in this area, I'm talented at this. Whatever your answers are, that's what really we need to start tying to, okay? So take a screenshot of this right now before I go on. And again, I will do the same thing for you so you have it, okay? So literally write down everything you can think of that makes you special, unique, important, desirable, and valuable. And if you need help, ask others, right? Ask others for help identifying more ideas and things about that. If you own a business, write down all the benefits, experiences, and transformations your clients and people will get from your products and services. Man, let me tell you how powerful that is right there. Super powerful. I can't even tell you, I was guilty of this. I didn't even know the value of what I had to offer people until this past year. Right, I was a coach for many years. I knew it was valuable, but I didn't know it was that valuable. I was charging people like hardly anything. And when I first started, for the first couple of years, actually. And now I realize how valuable what I know is and how I can help people, the transformation they get from working with me as a coach. It's tremendously valuable. So for you guys, if you own a business, you need to start figuring out what sets you apart. Like what benefits, experiences, and transformations will your customers or clients receive from your products or services? And again, write out 20 to 30 at least, and 50 to 100 if you can, okay? Again, take a screenshot of this. This is so valuable, guys. After doing that exercise, I would want you to ask yourself that same question. Now, how much do you think you're worth? Okay. And again, we're just baby stepping you to get to the next level of self-worth. Okay. Are you still worth 25 bucks an hour? Or maybe you've climbed to 50, maybe you've climbed to 150. Maybe you've built up a little bit of self-worth, which is cool, right? Why do you think you're worth that now? Because of all those reasons you listed off, right? But regardless of how much this has changed, we always want to think bigger, okay? This is one of the most craziest, awesome principles that will unlock unbelievable success for you. This unlocked it for me, this idea right here. So I'm really excited to teach this to you guys. It's called the Law of Relativity. And we leverage this law to help us make more money. But we leverage it in two different ways, actually. When it comes to your self-worth and your value, always think bigger. Always think bigger. You guys, I got news for you. You are priceless. You are a unique, priceless being that is living in a time like no other. And we are co-creating and coexisting and co-experiencing life the way no one else could in this moment in time, which means you're incredibly unique and valuable. So we need to start thinking bigger for ourselves and for our worth, okay? When it comes to money, though, we always think smaller. A lot of times when you say, all right, I want to make $1 million, my God, that seems like a large, huge number, right? It's astronomical for a lot of people. It was for me at one point, right? We've got to start making that million look smaller. We got to change the way we're thinking about it, though. That's the idea. Always think smaller about the money you want to make. Okay. I always reference this in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he's putting women on a pedestal, right? And that's not the actual word they use in the movie, but he's putting women and the idea of women on a pedestal. A lot of people put money on a pedestal. Money is just money. It's just an idea. It's just an energy. We're going to talk about that more in just a second. But the idea is a lot of people put it on a pedestal and they think that they're just not worthy of it. I got news for you. You're worthy of infinite amounts of money. I don't care if you've been raised poor your entire life. You are worthy of millions and millions and billions of dollars, actually. Okay. But the idea is we've got to start to work with the way our brain works here and transform our idea of money and our self-worth using the law of relativity. Okay. So we're going to jump into this for your self-worth and for your value right now. Always think bigger, guys. So let's just say you think you're worth 50 bucks per hour right now. Okay. And we're just going to use that as an example. How does $100 per hour make you feel? How does $250 per hour make you feel? Okay. And be honest, you might be like, oh man, that's crazy. I could never charge 250 bucks an hour. What the heck? How does $1,000 per hour make you feel? All right, we got to start checking in with our current thoughts and current feelings. Like how do these numbers make us feel? The further away you are from your current self-worth, the more uncomfortable and unrealistic the numbers are going to sound. Okay. But just even doing this exercise will start to open up your mind to a new possibility for yourself. I got news for you guys. Each one of these is a possibility for you. You can make $100 an hour. You can make 250 bucks an hour. You can make $1,000 per hour. What about $10,000 per hour? I got news for you. You could do it. That's a possibility for you. That exists for you. You could make $10,000 per hour. What number, the real question here is what number is much bigger than your current one, yet feels realistic and more possible? Okay, so what we got to try to find is that medium, the balance here. Okay, so $10,000 per hour might just be so ridiculous to you, you can't even fathom it. You're so far away from it. But maybe $250 an hour isn't as crazy. And what's funny is when you entertain the bigger number, it makes the less bigger number seem less big. It's the law of relativity, guys. We're playing with numbers in order to make our brain accept it better. Okay, so what we're trying to do is find the balance for you that makes you feel more realistic. So even if it's crazy right now, crazy talk, let's just say you're making $50 an hour and you go to $250 an hour, it's 5 times the amount, right? That seems crazy, but when you look at it in comparison to $10,000 per hour, you're like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Like there's no way in hell. It's an impossible belief, right? But 250, it makes that one look a little bit more achievable. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Right? Drop below if this makes sense, okay? The same idea works with money. The law of relativity for money. Always think smaller. We've got to knock down the amount of money we want to make and make it look smaller to us, okay? So we're going to use some examples here. Let's just say you want to make $100,000 or $1 million this year. Really, the number doesn't matter. It could be 25,000, whatever it is for you, okay? The money doesn't matter, actually, the amount of money. We just want to start to look at it differently, start to think about it differently. When we break that number down, what does that really look like, okay? So we're going to start with $100,000. $100,000 is actually not that much money. I once thought it was, right? A couple of years ago, I wanted to make 100 grand in my business. It seems like a lot of friggin' money, man, right? 10 times 10,000. 10 times 10K. If I charge $10,000 for my coaching program, I'd only need to have 10 clients to make that much money. Okay? 50 times $2,000. If I have a $2,000 package or product or service that I provide, I'd only need to sell it 50 times to get it to $100,000. Okay? Again, what we're doing is we're making the number smaller for ourselves. Okay? If I had a $1,000 package, I'd only need to sell it 100 times, right? A $500 package, I'd only need to sell it 200 times, right? A $200 package, I'd only need to sell it 500 times. A $100 package, I need to sell 1,000 of them, okay? Again, not unrealistic. In fact, it's super realistic. In fact, it's already happening to many people, for many people, okay? Same thing with $1 million, guys. If you want to make $1 million this coming year, what do you got to do, right? You'd have to sell a $100,000 coaching package or something that's worth $100,000 that's that valuable 10 times, okay, to 10 clients. Or you need to sell a $20,000 coaching package or product or service to 50 people, okay? Or a $10,000 package to 100 people. A $5,000 package to 200 people, and so on and so forth, okay? $1 million, let's just say you have a $100 product, you got to sell it to 10,000 people. Now the question is, how do you get in front of 10,000 people? How do you start to talk to 10,000 people to be able to sell that package to them, okay? But again, what's happening here is it's making it more realistic. Instead of looking at $1 million, like, oh my God, it's $1 million, you're breaking it down into realistic chunks that your brain can start to fathom. Okay, that's really what we're doing here. Okay, and the question is, what number feels realistic or more possible for you? Okay, hone in on that. All right, that's really what we want to do to start to break this number down into a more feasible, more realistic goal for ourselves. Okay, and guys, now what we want to do is step in, and we talked about this yesterday, but we want to step even deeper into this idea. Everything is energy, okay, including money. Money, or the number we just talked about, the $1 million or 100K, it's just a number. It's just energy, actually. Money is actually made up. It's just an idea. It's a concept. It's not actually a thing. Okay, but everything in the universe is energy. Literally every single thing, including you and I, we are energetic beings living in a physical body. But even everything physical, the world, the earth, as you know it, at the quantum and atomic level, it vibrates, it's energy. It literally is energy, okay? Every single thing, the trees, the grass, this water bottle and jug that holds it, it's all energy actually, okay? Including money. We're honing into this idea around money. Okay, so 15 bucks an hour is a unique energy or frequency. Just like a cell phone, your cell phone number is a unique number. And so if somebody has that number, they can dial you and talk to you directly. $15 per hour is a unique energy. Okay, thoughts are energy, by the way, guys. So $15 an hour is an idea. That's a thought, and it is an energy, it has a corresponding energy and frequency associated with it. Same with $50 per hour, or 49 or 48. Every unique number has a unique frequency, okay? $250 per hour has a unique, different frequency associated with it, okay? $1,000 per hour, another one, or actually $1,000 in general. Just the number itself has a unique frequency, okay? $100,000 has a unique energy. We need to start thinking and feeling on that frequency. So whatever number we desire, guys, so going back, let's just say we desire the $1 million. We need to start thinking and feeling on the frequency of it, because our thoughts and our feelings are our energy. Our thoughts are electrical impulses occurring. Neurons are firing in our brain that are electrical in nature. It's measurable, okay? What we feel is magnetic impulses. Between the two, there's an electromagnetic signal that you're emitting that is your energy. And so if you've got the thought of $1 million on your mind and you're feeling good about it or better about it and less resistant of it, when you have resistance around that number, you're actually repelling it. You're keeping it away from you, okay? You've got to start to feel more familiar with it, more comfortable with it, more making it feel more realistic to you. That's what we just did strategically with the exercise we just went through, okay? Go back through it again if you're still feeling uncomfortable with that number, and go do it for 2 or 3 hours straight. Play with numbers, making it smaller, until you start to feel like more comfortable and familiar with it. Like, hey, $1 million is not that big anymore, okay? And I believe I can actually make it. Like, that's what you're trying to get to, is build your belief, okay? But the idea is we need to start thinking and feeling on that frequency, okay? What are you in harmony with? You guys, this is the example right here. These sine waves are literally associated with every single thing in the universe. Everything has an energy associated with it, and it has a unique frequency associated with it. 15 bucks an hour, 50 bucks an hour, 2,000 per month, 10,000 per month. Each one of the numbers that we're entertaining has its own unique frequency and energy associated with it. Okay, this is such a profound realization for a lot of people, myself included at one point, and it changed the game for me. When I thought about $1 million, but only like for 10 minutes, because it would just seem so impossible to me. But now I've been entertaining $1 million, like, hey, I can actually do it. I can make $1 million bucks. It's not that hard, actually. And you get more familiar with it. But it took a lot of thinking and a lot of feeling into that number. But guess what, guys? I want to kind of pause there for a second. Why is it that you think when people are born into a wealthy family, why do they end up becoming wealthy themselves? It's not actually because they have a lot of money. It's because of this right here. They think and feel good around that amount of money. They think it's natural. They're comfortable with it. It's part of their environment, actually. So naturally, they innately attract the same amount of money in. Whether their parents gave them money to start off with or not, they end up making similar amounts of money because they're comfortable with it. They think on the frequency of it, and therefore they attract it. And there is no resistance around it. Okay, I hope this is resonating very deeply with you. If so, drop some comments below so I can tell. Okay. And just let me know, like drop a 333 in the comments if this idea really is resonating with you. Okay. So how do you actually start to apply what I'm teaching you here? You got to start visualizing yourself with that amount of money. Imagine as if you've already made that money. Imagine as if it's already yours. Okay, I've already made the $1 million. Right? I've already won the lottery. I've already gotten my 50 or 100 clients that I desire. Okay, what does that look like? How does that feel? What are you doing with that money actually? Right? How does having $1 million make you feel? You got to start connecting with that feeling a lot more often. Instead of the feeling of not having the $1 million or not having any money, actually. Most people live there. They're on the frequency of not enough money. And what do they get? Always, it matches. It always matches. You attract whatever you're thinking and feeling. So you always get not enough money, okay? So what does $1 million feel like, or whatever the number is that you desire? What does 50K look like? What does 10K look like? Whatever the number is you desire, okay? The reality is, guys, the more familiar you get with that amount of money, that number, the more you fuse with it. And the more in harmony you get with it, the faster you will attract it into your life. Okay, the less resistance you have around it and the more in harmony you are with it, the faster it actually comes into your life. 100% guaranteed all the time. This plays out to the T for every single person I put this through strategically, okay? But this is gold right here, guys. This is your $1 billion slide right here. Like this is how you actually start to attract more money, by thinking on the frequency and in the energy of it. That's the only way to do it, guys. Okay? So really, we're going to go into part 2. But let me know how that sounds, guys. How are you really, is this making sense for you? Can you see where you've been lacking and how you've been thinking and how you've been feeling thus far, how that differs from how you need to start thinking and feeling? I hope this is becoming more clear, okay? But your self-image, I want to start to help you adopt a new self-image for yourself, okay? And one that literally embodies these statements right here. I am loved. I am enough. I am beautiful or handsome for the guys. I am forgiven. I am worthy. I am abundant. I am grateful. I am me. Love that. If you can connect and get in harmony with those words, you're well on your way to where you need to be to make more money, okay? This next one is, I am a money magnet. Prosperity is drawn to me. How does it make you feel right now? I am a money magnet. Prosperity is drawn to me. With what you just learned in this training, you are becoming way more of a money magnet, by the way. So buckle up, because you're going to start getting more money, 100% guaranteed, okay? But the reality, guys, is that abundance is all around us. We just don't look at it the way we should, right? We're not grateful for all the abundance of grass that's all around us, and all the abundance of oxygen that we breathe in, and all the abundance of everything that you have in your life. We lose sight of that. That's why gratitude is one of the most powerful, feelings to adopt and start to practice more of, because being grateful implies that you already have these things. You already have this abundance. And if you're grateful for it, right, that means you've already received it. So if you're grateful for the money that you have, it means you've already received it. It means you're matching energy with receiving more money. Okay, so gratitude is one of the most powerful things, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow in day 3. Okay, but here are some very powerful new self-image money affirmations you can entertain. Okay, and again, take screenshots of these afterwards, so you guys can have these and print them out and take them with you around your house. Okay, I am smart with my money and I put every dollar to good use. Okay, we want to start to think in terms that we're good with money, right? I am worthy of making lots of money. I'm open to receiving all the money and wealth life brings to me. Money is energy, and I'm fusing with the amount I desire more each day, especially after you learn what you just did. That is gold, you guys. I choose money, and money chooses me. Same thing as I love money, and money loves me. Right? You got to start to establish a stronger relationship with your money. Okay? I'm grateful for the money I have and the money that's on its way. So incredibly powerful, you guys. I am grateful for the money I have and the money that's on its way. Thank you so much, right? Money comes to me easily, effortlessly, and consistently on a weekly basis. This one I said to you yesterday, actually in day one, but I put it back on here because it's one of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites. I continuously come back to this one all the time, actually. So again, what you're doing is you just want to pick a handful of these, or even all of them. You can read them all if you want, but pick a handful that resonate really deeply with you, okay? The deeper these resonate with you, and you can come up with your own. Come up with your own that resonates very deeply with you. And when it resonates deeply, you feel better around it, around saying it. You'll believe it more powerfully, okay? That's actually the trick to having affirmations work for you, is you got to believe them. You've got to be kind of in harmony with them. Otherwise, you could just say words and they won't mean anything to you, okay? So here are some more. There's infinite money. There is no shortage or piece of the pie. Okay, that's another myth, right? That there's a limited amount of money out there. No, there's unlimited amounts of money. Every human being on the planet could make millions of dollars if they wanted to. And they could make billions of dollars if they really wanted to. And all we would do is create more money to be able to support that if we needed to. Again, money is an idea. It's not even a real thing, actually, okay? So there is infinite money. There is no shortage or piece of the pie, right? And actually, before I go any further with that, is some people think that if they're making more money, they're taking away from other people. There is no such thing as a pie. We each have our own pie, actually. You can eat every piece of the pie if you want to, okay? The amount of money I can earn is unlimited. I claim my abundance and prosperity now. More money flows to me every day and in every way. And again, guys, choose the ones that resonate really great with you, okay? I use money to positively improve my life and the lives of others. Money is a good thing, actually, guys. Okay, a lot of people associate it with being bad or being greedy. No, greed and wanting more money is actually bad. But if you want, and for the wrong reasons, actually, right? So that you become whatever. But if you want money, more money to allow you to live a better life, that's a good thing, actually, okay? But it's the wanting of more money and the greediness of that, where it's hurting others to get it, that's where it becomes bad, okay? But if you use money, and use this affirmation, I use money to positively improve my life and the lives of others. It's good. Money is good in this context, okay? I am prosperous and embrace my abundant future. I am prosperous and embrace my abundant future. Large sums of money come to me quickly and easily. I love those types of statements because they help you visualize how money can just come to you like a magnet, like if you become a money magnet, which is my desire for you, okay? But the reality is you are what you believe you are. So if you can start to believe some of these statements for yourself, okay? Right? I am smart with my money. I put every dollar to good use. I'm worthy of making lots of money. You are what you believe you are. If you can start to believe that you are good with money, that you're worthy and deserving of more of it, that you can have any amount of it that you desire, that you don't have to work harder or spend more time to get more of it. The more you think and feel on the frequency of the money you desire, the more you will start to attract it in. That is the reality. Okay, so anything else, any other money story you're telling yourself from day one, right? And these ideas here, they're just money stories. Okay, you're either good or not good with money. What story are you telling yourself, right? What do you believe is true, right? Our beliefs are our money story, actually. The more you practice and apply what you're learning here, guys, the more money and prosperity you will attract into your life. Hands down, period. This month, right? Next month, this year, next year. The more you practice this, guys, listen back into this workshop, and I promise you it's going to serve you the way nothing else ever has. You really, truly are becoming a money magnet. I am a money magnet. Prosperity is drawn to me. Just by going through the first couple of days of this workshop is actually creating and making you into more of a money magnet, okay? And so here are the action items for today. We're gonna get into the next level of those 7 principles for you as well in just one moment at the very end. But these are the actual action items that you can do for today and for this week, okay? Visualize and imagine that you are in possession of the amount of money that you desire, okay, of it, okay? Get on the frequency of it, get in the energy of it, become more familiar with it, be in harmony with it, fuse with it. Guys, you've got to start doing this if you're ever going to make that much money, okay? This is key. This is number 1, step number 1. Number 2 is learn how to leverage your money better. How to, use less of your time in work, right? Work less and less of your time, and how to provide more value. How to let money work more for you, right? How to save more effectively, how to invest more effectively. How do we leverage money more effectively? Okay, and actually we're going to jump into that really quick just to round off today's idea here. So I shared this with you guys yesterday. I want to share it with you again. It's incredibly powerful. These are the 7 most powerful wealth building principles and strategies currently known, okay? And you can delve into each one of these principles, and each one will help you level up your money in different ways and new ways, okay? But just, again, take a screenshot. I posted a screenshot in yesterday's video in the comment section. Download it and print it off for yourself. It's incredibly powerful, okay? And I went through the first 4 with you yesterday in day 1, okay? We're going to go through the 5th one today. We're going to get into leverage. We want to start leveraging our money more effectively. So leveraging phase 1 is time does not equal money. Okay, that's a myth, guys, right? We all have the same amount of time in a day. Why is it some people are billionaires and some people are poor? It has nothing to do with the amount of time. It has everything to do with leveraging. The people who are billionaires have leveraged their money to nth degree to get them to become a billionaire, okay? That's all it is. So beginners, we trade time for money 1-to-1, okay? That looks like an employee, right? We're working hourly. We're trading an hour of our time for, whatever it is, $25 an hour, $50 an hour, okay? One-on-one work, right? As a coach, if you have one-on-one clients, you are physically trading time for money. Time is a currency that is the most valuable currency, actually. You will never get that back. Okay, I've got news for you guys. You'll never get your time back. So time should be so valuable. You should be increasing your time value to astronomical levels. Because what if you died tomorrow, right? Then the next 24 hours would be worth millions of dollars per hour to you, right? And in fact, it would be priceless. It wouldn't even be worth that little money, actually. It's priceless. So the idea is we want to start to shift away from trading our time for money. That's really the idea. We want to shift from beginner to intermediate, right? And the last piece of the beginner was busy work, right? If you're just organizing your desk and doing this stuff, you're not making any money. You're just wasting time almost, right? So those types of things you want to be very strategic about. Turning into more of an intermediate type of mindset with this idea, with leveraging your money and time, is trading your time for money one to many. Okay, this looks like, obviously it still requires your time, but it looks like group coaching, right? So if you've got, let's just say you've got 20 clients and you spend an hour a week with them, now you're really leveraging your time. You're giving them lots of value still, and you're leveraging your time. I'm actually starting to do more group coaching myself this year to leverage my time more effectively, okay? Becoming more of an intermediate with what I'm doing, okay? Recording videos and trainings for people, writing a book, right? Whatever you're doing that will be able to reach many people, that's a really good thing that you can do. That's a really good way to use your time, actually. It's an intermediate way to use your time, okay? But again, if you can record one video in like a training like what I'm doing right now, and you can give it to people later on, and now it's no longer your time one-on-one, it's super valuable, actually, right? So, theoretically, millions of people can watch this exact workshop, and it would provide millions of people with lots of value. Okay. And then the advanced is really leveraging other people's time and not your time to many people, right? So if you hire like a virtual assistant, contractors, consultants to help you do some of the work that you're doing, right? Where you start to own a business, actually, if you're in, if you own your own business or if you're an entrepreneur, an online funnel to a video presentation, webinar, like that's how you start to really leverage, right? So you recorded that video once or the webinar once, boom, now you get to put it into a funnel and people can just watch it by just clicking on a certain web page. Really, that's how you start leveraging your time most effectively, okay? But that's basically what we want to start to think about, is how can I start to leverage my time so that it starts to become way more valuable for me? And it's not just trading one-on-one time for money. That's really the phase we want to start to get out of, okay? So guys, with that, I want to check in with you. This concludes day 2. Right now, I want to check in. How do you feel about money and your self-worth right now? Ask yourself that question. Do you feel a lot better about it after going through this training? Or do you're still not where you want to get to, whatever that does. And there is no right or wrong answer, by the way, but we just want to check in. My hope for you is that you really have made a shift, that you really have started to look at money differently, starting to look at yourself differently and your self-worth, right? And you're starting to adopt. My next hope for you, and which we're going to practice tomorrow in day 3, is to actually adopt and accept that you are a money magnet, that you desire or that you deserve and are worthy of infinite amounts of money, whatever amount of money you desire. You're worthy and deserving of it, okay? And I want you to full on adopt that for yourself. And we're going to work on that tomorrow, okay? And really, I am aligned with the energy of abundance. That's where I want to leave you with today's workshop, being more aligned with the energy of abundance and more money, okay? So guys, that concludes our workshop, day 2. I hope you got extreme value from this. Let me tell you guys, this is the culmination of 6 or 7 years worth of information that I've trained on. I've gone to mentorship programs, coaching programs, trainings, books. There's endless books behind me. Hundreds of books, actually, I've read that have to do with all of these things and energy and money. And it's really like almost like a dissected version of that to get you guys results as quickly as possible. It's really what my intention is with these workshops and trainings, is I want to serve you just above and beyond anybody's expectations, okay? So I hope that delivered today. If so, please drop me some comments. Let me know how I'm doing. If you have any questions, I'll answer them as quickly as possible. But please let me know the value you're getting from this, because that makes me want to do more of these trainings, okay, quite honestly, okay? But with that, this concludes day 2, and we'll be live again in the group tomorrow for day 3 at 2 p.m. Eastern time, okay? So I'll see you then, and that will conclude our entire workshop, all right? So I will see you guys tomorrow.